Hey guys, welcome back. This is Lucid, and we are jumping into Bumble Rumble, playing Middle-Aged Atlantis. Just got my turn in, so it's hot off the press. I played it, or I've kind of seen it, but let's pull it up. What turn was it? I think 53? Is that right? Yeah, 53. So... we got some... I traded some air gems for water gems with Pythium. So Pythium has a ton of air gems for me. He basically got... He got a lot of my air gems. And I'm a little worried about trading, but right now... I mean, air gems are more valuable than water gems, so he got a really good deal. But I really need to get Maelstrom up. And getting it up, like, to do 100 overcast when just a few turns ago I had, like, 0 water gems, that was quite an endeavor. Okay, so we found an unfound door. This is one of the ones that's, it's an Astral 4 site, so you really have to site search it. I think we arcane probed that. And then... Augury, we found Fire Pit, or Tar Pit. So that's a Fire 1 site. So that's okay. Got 2 more sites this turn. Not a super awesome return on investment. But yeah, so we have a battle here. This is where we are cloud trapezing in. Sorry it's late here. I got a little bit of the yawns. So if you recall, this is our dude. He's got a Vine Shield, Frost Brand, Hydra Skin Armor, Burning Pearl, and a Bracer. And you can see he chops through things rather easily. Then Ususu, King of the Deep, he got attacked by a thing with many eyes. And here we are in the void. Whoa. That's really cool. Look how far away you can go in this. That is really cool. I didn't know you could zoom out this far. You really do kind of feel like you were lost in space and time. I wonder how far up you can go. I mean, he's starting to look like a little star. Oh, you can see him running towards him. Oh man, you can really go up really high in this. I think that's it. Okay. We searched manually for a bunch of sites, didn't find anything. And then come down here, we got a couple battles. So... I don't know if this is... Okay, I think this is the battle on top of the throne. Everybody behold, it is Mr. Hands. So he's looking pretty fresh, a little horror marked, but otherwise no worse for the wear. Got a few experience stars and some very fat gear. And then he has his fluffer friends, who are right here to wish him off to a very happy combat. So the most important thing is, do we get paralyzed turn 1? Well, let's take a look at the other side. On the other side, we just have these guys. Do you think we can win? Oh wait, there's a whole army of big thugs back here. So... they've got a few priests here to, I guess, bless. But they have a lot more of these Kiru druids who are going to be doing... let's see what they're going to be doing. Okay, yeah, they're doing Paralyze and Mind Burn, and that guy's doing Luck, and that guy's doing Iron Will. So I was thinking they were all going to do Paralyze, and when I did my testing, they were all doing it. Now, I also thought there were 8, but... I think I might have killed some when I did Fire from the Sky a few turns ago. So, anyway, that's kind of good. Now, it tried to hit me, but my MR is 25. We already got... No, it didn't go yet, did it? Oh yeah, it did. So we already got our Iron Will buff off. So at 25, we're not immune, but we're mostly immune. I mean, we're gonna not get hit very often. And there's still casting Paralyze. You can't see it really, but it's coming in. We're gonna zoom out here. Okay, so they've got some people that flew in. I don't know if this was Gift of Flight. Yeah, it looks like it was Gift of Flight cast on a few of them, and that's just to come kind of early mess up my formation. We've got Swarm coming out to kind of blunt some of the initial lance charges, hopefully. It does not last very long. Gifts of Heaven coming in, not doing much. Our Fluffers get sent back home with the Ring of Returning. And now it's just Mr. Hands and his friends. So if we look at it, you can see we're getting hit for some numbers. Like, when you get hit by this much stuff, like, because these guys are hitting a fair amount. Now, sometimes it's 1, but a lot of times you'll see 4, the occasional 10 pop out, 5, 5, 8. These are things, this is enough chip damage to kill a lot of super combatants. But every time you see we regen, you see 56. Now that must mean we got a Never Healing Wound, because I think it was higher than that earlier. Yeah, we got a Never Healing Wound. So, we were doing 60-something, or 70. And we are just destroying squares, and then when we're not smacking them with our hand, we are indeed zapping them with our shield. So that lightning bolt you see coming down is from this, and that's the spell Shocking Grasp. It's a range 1, 18 damage shock attack. And it appears that we are not taking that much damage. I don't think Breath of Winter went off, and I thought I cast it, but I can't... Are these guys fatigued out too? No, they're not. I don't think it went off, otherwise they would have gotten fatigued out. Okay, they're running. But a lot of them are paralyzed or... Now, a fair number of them have poison damage on them, and that poison damage will all become manifest when they leave. So some of those that I think we hear that, that means they died, often due to manifest poison damage. And that's it, so we killed them. Now, what is going to be important is... Okay, and we did. So here's where we did that teleport attack we watched. If he had, like, raided this, then he would have had a way out. Or if he had taken this, he would have had a way out. But as it stood, he has no way out. And therefore, yeah, his army, all the people who retreated died. So here's the battle report. We only lost 4 Shamblers. And for retreat details, our one guy who retreated, he was fine. The other people, they teleported back home. So they're not going to show up in the retreat report. But all these mages who would have lived, they died. But all the Movark Knights, they basically got punished in combat. So, yeah, that was pretty huge win. And that will be... I mean, I think Yisk can come back from it. They're not crippled, but this was, 7 or 8 turns probably of Knight production, if not 10. Or no, it was 50 of them. So, yeah, it was probably at least 10. I think it's really hard to get more than 5 Knights out. They take just a tremendous amount of resources. And then, yeah, not to mention we used, this is a lot of cap-only mages, and then all the items on them, this was a pretty substantial loss. So, and we're also set up in terms of tech. We finished Evocation this turn. Which is, I mean, I think we had Murdering Winners already, but we get Maelstrom now. I don't know if there's any other important evocation we get. Pillar of Fire is something we can spam. I don't know if we want to, but we can. And then Astral Tempest, potentially. So yeah, we got that, and then we're heading down Enchantment. But anyway, our timing's going to be fine for doing, I think, Acid Storm or Acid Rain. Again, it's a little dangerous. We'll probably try to keep our human mages out of it, but I'm thinking we will use it to take whatever is left in here. Maybe. I'm a little cautious about that. So we'll have to see. I'm not totally sure. I think we're going to raid here. This seems a reasonably okay... Well, no, he's going to have major fatigue issues. He's got very high encumbrance. Does he have a chest wound? No, he's a limp. Oh, no, but he has a Wraith Sword. He's totally fine doing... And he doesn't need to cast Quickness. He just does all this and then runs in and will heal right up. Does he need all of this? Maybe. Yeah, I think if we run into Movarks, I would like to have all that on. If we run into Movarks, we'll be able to hit him? Maybe not. What's our fatigue's going to be really high after all this. And how much... Legions of Steel isn't going to help a ton, is it? It'll help a good bit. It'll give us 6 more body. This is the high fatigue spell, because like Iron Skin is at 2 and 20. This one's going to be 40 and it's 3, and it's Earth 3 to cast, so I don't get any reduction from being Earth 3. Like this one's going to be half off since I'm Earth 3 and it's an Earth... Or it's going to be a third off, 2/3 off. So I think we might get rid of this and just attack with that. I'm a little more worried about being high script and having critical hits go through. So I think we'll do that. Now... I think he's going to be on the defensive. I think what we're going to do here is we're going to run these guys in and attack. Now, I could attack this province with this guy. But there's a chance... I mean, it's a kind of predictable move. And kind of predictable moves end up kind of causing problems. So, yeah, I think he's probably going to come back and reset. There's no real obvious targets for Mind Hunt either. Here we were site searching and didn't find anything. We were looking for unfound doors. Okay. Now, the most important thing this turn is you can see we're up to 180. So for people who didn't think, like, 3 turns ago when we were at 0 or 20 or something that we could get to 180, we done it. I don't think there's any I'm missing. Let me just double check. I don't want to have any water gems I'm hidey-holing away. I don't think so. So, we need somebody that is willing to cast this shit. I think we'll go pick somebody from this fort, maybe. Like you. And let's give you a new name. Okay, I had to go look up a name. I think this is going to be Peter. Peter Wass. And Peter, you are going to have a very plush life. You are going to be casting You'll be water 7, and then you're going to be casting Maelstrom, and we're going to put 100 Overcast into it. I think that should get through whatever Yis put in. If this doesn't, if this fails, I'm going to be really sad. Really sad. It's totally possible, by the way, that it does fail. Let's just put that out there. Okay, we have this guy who could be preaching, but we're really looking for, like, weaker than Dominion Strength 6. Okay, so you can't preach anymore, buddy. Alright, so we need to move him down here. Here, we've got one guy preaching. Is that fine? Now, this we can preach up to 7. I think we're just going to leave this guy here preaching. And this is all the way down to 5, so we can preach that back up to 6. I think we're going to need another preacher there in a minute. I kind of feel like a little fish in their fish nest, and we're like going around cleaning little pebbles, keeping the pond very, you know, immaculate with all of our Dominion pushing. Like, oh, it's at 6, and it's gone down to 5. We can bump it back up. I don't think I've ever been as meticulous about my Dominion as I'm being in this game. Okay, let's see if I can cast Augury all the way over there. I can. It's a long-range spell. Here we need to build a temple, so I think we're going to go ahead and get on with that. That will help kind of dom push in this region. We're doing a lot of preaching, but to get that last kind of little bit, to get up to 10, we're going to need more actual temple checks. And we don't have a ton of temple checks, except for the provinces we're getting up to 6, but to actually get up to 10 is going to be tricky. You can see right now we're at 14 temples. Once we build this next one, that one I just constructed, that's going to kick our Dominion strength up to 10. Here we also site search to 4. You can see we're using some of our astral items to try to find unfound doors. I also, and I can't remember if I mentioned this in the last episode, I talked to Nosy, who's the player who played Pelagia. I think I did mention this, and he told me that he hadn't site searched everything, so we'll go ahead and do some of it. I do kind of want to go in here. I have no idea what's over there. We kind of should make a scout. Okay, we're preaching. Our Dominion's already up to 2 here. That's pretty good. So we'll keep preaching. Well, are we really going to make a scout? Can we summon a scout? Probably not. Maybe we'll go and make one of these. I feel like we're going to need another Rune Smasher too. Maybe we save up Fire Gems, which were eternally scarce owning. Okay. We haven't searched Death here. Now these little kelp forest sites are like the farmlands of the ocean. They're not quite as site rich as some of the other ones, but that's okay. Here we're gonna siege. I'm gonna take everybody in. We'll leave, like, you can stay outside. I think we'll just take all the good troops in. Like so. And yeah, I think the basic idea is going to be hold an attack. Parasphere's anti-magic. Now this guy definitely needs... Well, first let's give you some bodyguards, right? Because we never know what's going to happen in this big scary world. Let's get... Actually, these guys are just going to be bodyguards. Okay. So, down here, we've got Lyra Dawnbringer, who is the person who conquered Pelagia. Now she's going to go in and take the last of the Pelagian forts. So she is really the conqueror of Pelagia. Now what's important is I want her to be able to run through the walls. I don't want her to get hung up on any of the wall business. So I think what we might do is go ahead and we might drop Body Ethereal before we drop Anti-Magic. And if this is the only person nearby, then I'm quite sure that they will get targeted. Now, oh wait, I could give you down here. Now I'm going to give them a size 2 that will fit in the same square as he will. That will help make him a more attractive, or make her a more attractive target for Body Ethereal. Now we've got Earth Power, Temper Flesh, Quickens, Ice Shield. This is maybe a little overkill, actually. I think we'll do Ice Shield because it's pretty nice. We don't have Iron Skin, do we? We probably should do Iron Skin. I think we're gonna do... I think that's plenty fine. Some of these people may have poison spears or something. I'll probably lose a few of these. I'm okay. I kind of just want to get this fort and be done with that. We also are probably going to need to start getting an army here again. Our numbers are a little diminished. And we're about out of money now. So that's basically it here. There's nothing too strategically clever. The other thing we're casting here is Friendly Currents. And then we're making 1 Water Elemental. We're spamming out Quickness. That's about all there is. If I'm a little worried about Fatigue, I could probably get rid of this and just have... Well, no, because then... If I move one of these guys down here near this guy, there's a chance we will... catch Body Ethereal instead of him. Spam that out. So I guess that's fine. Here, we're just going to research. I think this was the guy that was up here that retreated. Yeah, that's definitely who he is. Neutral Dominion here finally, so we'll preach. We're getting another preacher. We're going to need a lot of preachers to get our Dominion up in here and then over in here. I'm not really worried about recruiting too many. And you can see how many we're starting to have. We have 1, 2... I'm not going to count them all. We probably have at least 10. Which means I can probably get my god back in 1 turn if Mr. Hands were ever so unfortunate as to die. Now, what I'm not sure about is 2 things. One is, how do I script this army? I think... I think we don't really want... Okay, well, let's look at my siege strength. So this is a 254 strength wall. We've got 270 here, but he has a fair number of dudes inside. But I have these Vine Ogres, which is another 10. And that could be enough to just barely push it over. Oh, we have to be magical, okay. So... 50, so these are going to have, let's say, like 25 siege defense. Man, these like ones and 2s are going to matter here. I wonder if there's a remote summon I can do. Or I can just put my god. What's my god siege strength? 6? I think I want to send my god on top. Now, there's some risk to this. Like, if I get attacked by a horror and I'm in 7 enemy dominion, ooh. I'm gonna have no HP. Like, I could die. I don't think that's worth it. We'll see what's in here. I think we're just going to go on top, and I think we're going to keep basically our same script. What are you casting? Wooden Warriors? I'm okay with that, I think. What, that'll get us from 6 to 10? But then you're gonna die? I don't think it's worth it. Maybe if I gave you something else, like a coral sword, but I think the odds of you dying in combat are too high. I think we'll just spam out Body Ethereal. We could do Quickness too, but that'll kind of take him out of formation. So what is Mr. Hands gonna do? That's a fine question. On the Yisi in front, we could take this. This is gonna be pretty high enemy dominion. This is probably gonna be pretty high. Now, I've also talked with Fascia, and Fascia's had trouble fighting Relay. I think he's very confident he can fight Relay on land, but he's not very confident he can fight in the ocean. So, I think he is going to bite at the idea of attacking Yes. Now, we've talked, and these are definitely going to be mine. But it's very likely, I think he said he's attacking this province this turn. Which means he'll probably want to attack this one the turn after. So if I go ahead and lay claim to this one, it would permanently be mine, whereas otherwise it might not. That might actually be a safe move for you, buddy. But Mr. Hands, what should Mr. Hands do? I think we're duly empowered. Yeah, he's definitely going to be able to do Wrath of God later. I just have to get like a Sword of Many Colors. Or any of the elemental staffs, which I can forge reasonably easily. Maybe Mr. Hands just chills. There's not really many missions for him. Potentially I could send him over here. He can't get charmed. He's immune to poison, and the new swarm does poison damage, and he's got regeneration. So that could be what this army does, is they come down here, and then the turn they're going to move on, he teleports on top. I would need to have one person kitted with like anti-dryad gear, so they're going to need high morale, they're going to need some protection, some poison resistance, and what else? Probably a bottle of elemental water. Or water, yeah, whatever you call it. Okay, we're going to site search there. Here, I think we're going to continue on our boot-making little journey. This was my trap that I was hoping his knights would move here and I was going to catch him. It appears my trap didn't work. Kind of wondering where I go. I think we might... this might just be enough to make the difference here. Now, you have a lot of gems, so maybe you're not coming, but maybe you're not coming. Though, bringing another one of these guys, and I'll just put up... Do I have a water bracelet? Oh, I took it off. Yeah. I think you can still do Acid Rain. You just can't do Acid Storm. Yeah. 30 fatigue. Area of effect 4. It's probably okay. Oh wait, but you're coming in too? Yeah, okay, well you're my Acid Stormcaster, so I think you're gonna be doing something like... Hope it doesn't kill my own shit. You know what we might do is just to make sure I'm in closer range when all this crap goes down, I might shift everybody forward a little. This way my Acid Rain casting will be a little bit closer. Okay. Let's do personal luck too. Could be the difference. I kind of have the feeling we're not going to break it in one turn. I really wish I had something else. I just don't. I just don't. What if I have Boots of Strength or anything? I do. Okay, we're gonna put these on you. That'll make you a little better sieger. 4.4. That could be the thing that pushes me right over the threshold. Like this guy with no boots. 2.6. This is gonna be like 1 or 2 difference between whether I get it or not. I think we have enough. I mean, the math is, right, I've got 272. In theory, all I'm gonna need is 275 to take it. Right, so I should be really close, but I'm bringing in these guys who are gonna sum up to like 5. No, 3. So that's 275, and then I'm bringing in... Well, if he's coming, why are you coming? And then I'm bringing in these guys who are... These are basically 10, and then this guy's 5. So that should push me over enough to have like a little margin of error. What are these? Heavy Cav? Do I have some province where I can recruit Heavy Cav? I just want to check their strength. I think they're 11. Oh, I need to start recruiting you. Shit, I'll do that later. Do I not have any Heavy Cav provinces? Guess not. Okay. Well, these still could be. Ooh, lizards. I didn't know I had lizards. Ooh. I can think of things to do with these guys. Okay. Okay, things to make. I think we're going to make a few more knight armors, another bracer. I kind of need to make... Well, no, I think that's fine. Water, Earth, I think you're just going to research. Should you walk around and site search? No. We're going to do Voice of Tiamat all up in here once we get Maelstrom, if we get it. I think we'll go ahead and make another one of you. I need to make sure I'm kitting out all of my research items. Sometimes I forget. I'm kind of low on amulets of anti-magic. Okay, and then let's go through all the rest of my guys here. Oh, okay, we're making Vine Men here. Or Vine Ogres, which may be fine, actually. Vine Ogres are going to be really, really good for my Acid Storm strategy. I mean, it's even possible that I can make them kind of exclusively. Like, I mean, even at the expense of making some of my Atlanteans, they survive Acid Storm better. Okay, this is one of my guys that got back. Kamantha? Don't think I named him. I've got this big border. Okay, we're getting very close to being actually able to use our death gems once we get to like life after death and then Lichcraft. This is like 4 to 5 turns away. And we have a huge income. We have 16 death, which I never expected we would have, but you never know until you site search. So, anyway, given that, I think it's about time to turn off our little Skull Mentor factory, and it does sadden me. But that's how it's going to be. Let's see if there's anything I've site searched to 1. I might go do that. God, I've done a good job site searching death, haven't I? We'll site search there, we've site searched here. We do need to site search this one too, but I think that's okay. Okay, that's a bump. So Mr. Hands is the only thing I don't really have any plans for. And I would be cool attacking Pangea and clearing out whatever PD is there, and that's gonna make it so he doesn't know the script on my army or anything. I can't have friendly fire if I do that. Okay, like, you're not coming anymore. No humans allowed. These guys can still die. It's kind of the shitty part. We have pretty high base protection of 10, which is okay. Okay, so it's like we have mass protection cast on ourselves, which is kind of like a minimum for dealing with Acid Storm. I think it's worth it just to, I mean, we want to get this cap and we want to get it soon. We're gonna get this 61. Hopefully he doesn't. He can't come here from 61, okay. He's probably gonna move a big army on top of this fort, which is probably okay. But then we'll take these. I honestly don't know why I invited him in. Well, I guess it makes sense. He's just gonna get a land grab without fighting any armies, which is like not the kind of ally you want to invite in. I want to invite in an ally to help me, like, but not, because he's not gonna go underwater. I think we're just gonna chill out here. Is there any reason we can site search it? Maybe. Yeah, we can site search. We've got air and earth. It's kind of a waste of a turn. I think we'd rather research. Okay, and just these crappy guys, we'll just have you go sit there. And you can see our income's climbing. Let's take a quick look at score graphs real quick. I know I've been kind of looking at them. So, Dominion, you can see, has been going crazy. Provinces has been pretty good. Forts, looking good. Income, we've been stagnant, but you can see we're kind of growing again. And I think this is due to our Dominion spreading, and then also due to eating Pelagio. Gym income, we're getting that nice steady growth. Army size, probably not a very inspiring graph for anybody. Well, I mean, for me. I'm sure other people on this game, or in this game, have inspiring army graphs. But we don't have any free spawn nations that I can think of. Okay, so I think that's it. I think we're well positioned to take this fort. In no way have we kind of bought the keys to the city of Yes. But we have gone a long way and kind of taking steps to win this war. What it's going to take, I think, and so this is good. I think we need to start mass producing vine ogres. Maybe I even get another. If I get another nature 2, I'll probably move them up here to do that. Now, I think that's another reason to move this person back. And this person. So we could have 2 Vine Ogre factories going, which means that actually the item I want to build here is a little Vine Ogre hat. Gives me Awakened Vineman bonus. So I think that's what we're going to do. Then I'll have 2 Vine Ogre spammers, so that'll be 6 a turn, which is going to be like 10 siege strength a turn. And these guys are actually, in smaller numbers, going to be way better bodyguard for Acid Storm, which is kind of what I want. I don't really want to take a huge army. I want to take like an army that can siege things down, that can survive Acid Storm. They're mindless, so that means my commander could be targeted by things like Soul Slay. But I think that's okay. We can bring in a mix of other Atlantean troops, but maybe like half those trees and then half of my War Shamblers. I think that might work. Anyway, I think that's it. I don't think there's any diplomacy to talk about, really. And I don't think there's anybody inside here, so I don't think that'll be much of a battle. But this will be it. Let's double check our script. We've got Acid Storm turn 1, and then Acid Rain spam. And then here we've got Hold, Acid Rain. Do advance and cast spells, maybe. Divine Blessing, Sermon of Courage. Here we're going to crap out a Fire Elemental. Maybe like that. Yeah. I don't think there's a question really whether we would win. I think it's just a question how much attrition we take. And hopefully it doesn't cause gym usage and yeah, our guys don't die. Alright, I think that's it. Thank you guys.